Here we go. Here we go. This is Football 101. I see the minutes going on. I think we had a pre-tape. Of the audio. Now I see the seconds going on the video podcast. But you've already had a couple of minutes, I think about 10 minutes of the audio podcast of our show. This is Football 101. Football 101, show number 37. Oh, wow. I'm just finally seeing the video stream going. This is show number 37. I am the Beetle, and the title of the show is What's Up with Tom Brady, the Future. That's right. What's up with Tom Brady, the Future? Oh, my gosh. I thought I had everything working in the studio. Now I see the time going and everything. Hopefully everything is working right now. I'm 52 seconds in on the video broadcast, and as you can see in my man cave, I got my classic jersey, Sir Walter Payton, number 34 of the Chicago Bears. I got my name on it. Classic jersey that I got years ago, decades ago, when I was living in Detroit. And I was a big Walter Payton fan. Still a big Walter Payton fan. But just during the day when he was really out there running, yes, I was a big Walter Payton fan. And then again, a little backdrop of the Beetle myself. Here's my jersey at Miami University in Ohio. Yes, I still have my jersey. And I'm my Miami University alumni. When I visit the football team back in, I forget which, 2011. So, yes, I am a football alumni. I played defensive back for the Miami University Redhawks now, defensive corner. I was a walk-on and made the team and played 2.5 years under Coach Reed and enjoyed it immensely. Just enjoyed it immensely. I did everything for the team as a walk-on and just trying to get the attention, just trying to fit in, trying to be accepted. And I just truly enjoyed my teammates, and the coaches gave me an opportunity to showcase my defensive back skills, and as well as any particular position that I needed to play on scout team. And eventually saw action during a couple of real games. But that's the life of a walk-on and a scout team player. You do anything and everything. And eventually I got some action on special teams. But before Miami University, I was a starter at Xenia High School, in Xenia, Ohio, as a defensive back and wide receiver, going both ways, and always starting during my junior high and high school years, and just love football despite my little size. Always the little guy on the field, despite all of that. So anyway, that's a little backstory for the video portion of our podcast. And of course, those of you who have been following my audio podcast, you know my history. You know my passion for the sport of football. And I'm an AFC guy. And of course, you can see that I'm a Patriot fan. Yes, I'm an AFC guy. The Patriots not, and I'm not doing a Super Bowl show. Just letting you know, I'm not doing a Super Bowl show. I couldn't even watch the Super Bowl for the past, I don't know how many years, because the Patriots were in it. But now I can watch the Super Bowl because the Patriots are not in it. Yes, it may be the end of the line for the Patriots. And that's the reason why I'm doing this show. Show 37. What's up with Tom Brady, the future? But before I get to that, let me do a quick shout out to my sponsors. Wow, to my sponsors. Podbean, the platform of a podcast. Thank you, Podbean. Podbean has been so gracious in helping me each and every step, helping all of us. Podbean for our podcast. Thank you, iTunes. Thank you, iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Thank you, Google Play. Google Podcasts. Thank you, Spotify. Thank you, Spotify. And thank you, YouTube. 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 Yes, YouTube. Major sponsor of Football 101 from day one. So we're adding a video broadcast to our podcast. And I am the Beatle. So I don't know how long this show will be. It may be a condensed version, because this is the first time I'm doing this audio and video. But I want to give up some airplay to what's up with Tom Brady, the future. Okay, Patriots fan, here we go. Here's the breakdown. There's two options for Tom Brady. It's two options. And I see, of course, the obvious. Now, let me just get to the obvious option. One is that he re-signs with the Patriots, a 1-year deal. Actually, it's going to be a 2-year deal. Very seldom in the NFL you really offer the greatest of all time. No, any major star a 1-year deal. He'll probably get a 2-year deal, but it's going to be stacked up with the 1-year options to return to the Patriots. This will be, if he once he settles at a celebratory year, the last year. I think if he does get re-signed, this will be the last year of Tom Brady in a Patriots uniform. Period. Get used to it, Patriots fans. Get used to it, Patriots Nation. This, if he re-signs with the Patriots, this is the final year. This is the goodbye wave tour. Tom, let me just say this. Brady, yes, his numbers did not look good this past year, and let me just say they did not do well on third down and particularly in the red zone. Could not really punch it in for touchdowns, settle for field goals, and that was the demise of them this past 2019. And another reason why their demise is that the Gronk, the tight end, retired. So Brady had practically no other option than Edelman to throw the ball to. The rest of the skilled players, they just did not step up. Their number one pick, Harry, the wide receiver, he did not get into the flow of things till way late in the season. Brady just didn't feel comfortable with the rest of the wide receivers. You can see his underthrows, his overthrows, not looking good in the pocket. They were not physical enough to get first downs running the ball consistently either. So they have a need for a very physical fullback / running back that can give you those down and dirty yards. Burkhead did not do it on a consistent basis. He was hurt. The other running backs, White and Michelle, good outside runners, fast runners inside the tackles, but to give you the hard yards, no, they couldn't rely upon them. So, again, their offensive weapons were depleted. Just to let you know how desperate Belichick knew the offensive was, they even reached out to Antonio Brown at the beginning of the season. Antonio Brown was on the Patriots team. Can you believe it at this point in time? Played a game. Scored a touchdown. It's scary to think that Antonio Brown was actually on a Patriots, actually in a Patriots uniform. That's how desperate the Patriots were to get a scoring threat, a wide receiver that had speed. So, again, the rest of the season, majority of the season, the Patriots just did not have wide receivers that could stretch the field, that were a threat. Edelman He was more of a controlled and wide receiver, dependable, but he could not stretch the field. He doesn't have those speed. Doesn't have that speed. He doesn't have that twitch. I mean, I do mean that twitch where you can accelerate at a high level. Edelman is a all-pro. He is a potential Hall of Famer. Yes, he is. He is. Yet, when you only have Edelman, no threat at tight end, no threat at deep passes, Brady had very little to go to, and it showed in the stats. It really did show in the stats. And it showed towards the end of the regular season where they even lost against the Dolphins, and they struggled against a lot of average teams, lost games, got beat by the Ravens, and in the first round of the playoffs, lost against the Titans. Let me just say their defense stepped up. Stephon Gilmore, the best corner in the NFL at this point in time. He's at the Pro Bowl. Deserves it. Mr. Shutdown. Give it up to Stephon Gilmore. Wow. And the defense really stepped up. They don't have a big pass rusher, but the scheme of the defense really came through. Won a couple of games for the Patriots. Kept the scoring down. But overall, again, I was surprised how the defense really worked and performed this year. Better than expected. And I think Belichick also thought, okay, if the defense steps up, maybe Brady can score enough points, but in fact they can't. So, and then by the end of the season, the last quarter of the season, the Patriots looked old. They looked old and slow. Offensively and defensively. Old and slow. So, here we go. If Brady re-ups for a year or two, they have to find a big-time wide receiver. They have to find a big-time tight end. They have to find a big-time bruising running back. They have to find a big-time bruising running back. And they have to find a big-time pass rusher. They have a lot of needs on this team. A lot of needs. And I'm just going to say this. Brady was checking down, and many times, his mechanics are great, but even Brady was missing throws. Frustrated. Getting a little bit slower. Usually he gets the ball and the ball is out. But he was holding on to the ball way too much. Looking for a second, third, fourth option. Not going to do it. Not going to cut it. Just look at their championship, their last Super Bowl last year. He was always able to check down to Gronk. Check down to a wide array of wide receivers. But this year, he couldn't check down. So the tight end makes a big key. There was no major offensive weapons for Brady. I felt sad for him. I felt sorry for him. Made him look older than he is. So that's option one. Re-signing with the Patriots. Here is option two, which I think is better for Tom Brady. Here is option two, which is better for Tom Brady. Brady needs to sign with the San Diego Chargers. Did you hear me? He needs to sign with the San Diego Chargers. The Chargers have a new stadium. The Chargers are getting rid of Rivers. They have to get rid of Rivers. He didn't have a good year. And we saw Phillip Rivers' numbers start to decline. But they do have the weapons in San Diego. I used to live in California. I used to live in L.A. That new stadium is in Inglewood. I think it's right outside Inglewood. I think it's right next to the L.A. Forum. But I followed them. The stadium is, wow, nice. Brady is a West Coast guy. His family actually stays out in the West Coast. Brady, he can get a 5-year contract. Did you hear me? He can get a 5-year contract with the San Diego Chargers. Charger fans would love him. LA fans would love him. California would love him. His parents would love it. His kids would love it. Yes, Giselle would love it. His wife. Yeah, I had to say Giselle just one time. Please give me a break. Not too many times I get to say Giselle. But Brady's wife and his family, I believe they would truly enjoy making a living out in L.A. and trying to get another championship with a different team. And I just think, quite honestly, and this is hard for me. I'm wearing the Patriot stuff. I'm wearing the do your job. I'm wearing the championship hat. The last Super Bowl. 6 Super Bowls by the Patriots. But I'm saying, at this point in time, in 2020, can you believe it? That the best place for Tom Brady, are the San Diego Chargers. Did you hear me? I'll get it out. The best place for Tom Brady are the San Diego Chargers. Wow. I said it. Dare I said it, Patriots fan. I'm sorry. But the best place in his career at this point in time are the San Diego Chargers. For him to relocate on the West Coast, go from New England, go from Boston to L.A. It's time. It is time for Brady. And I know he wants to play more than just 1 year. He's been saying that for several years. He wants to play well into his 40s. So he doesn't want to accept a 1 year. I don't think he really wants to accept a 1 year contract. A goodbye to the Patriots fans. I think he wants a 5-year contract. There's so much upside by switching teams and going out to San Diego. So this is the Beatles push. Yes, I know it's wishful thinking, but and I can see Brady in the Charger blue and the electric bolt, the Charger bolt. And San Diego with their excellent coach, Lynn, and they got a great defense with young Bosa. And they got Melvin Gordon as running back. They got the great wide receiver who's all pro. They got a tenacious team, and they're young, and they're fast twitch. They got people. They got offense that gets down the field. They got a bruiser of a running back in Melvin Gordon. They just need a top-level quarterback. And I believe the San Diego Chargers would be a great fit for Tom Brady. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I know, Patriots fan. I know you can't get over this. Can't adjust to this. But reality is I'm not going to say it. Reality, it is what it is. I'm keeping it clean. Reality is what it is. We have to move on. People couldn't even believe that Joe Montana left San Francisco way back in the day and then played for the Kansas City Chiefs for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. And I remember seeing, by the way, Joe Montana live in a Kansas City Chiefs uniform, and he was still throwing the rock. And he actually elevated the Kansas City Chiefs to almost a playoff team. I think they almost went into a playoff, or they did go to a playoff. Check the racks. Google it. Yeah, Google it. So again, Brady, option 2. Let me just regress. Joe Montana, Kansas City Chief. Google it. But anyway, Brady should go to the San Diego Chargers. That is my prediction. Not my prediction. I guess that's my desire for him to play another 5 years. And being in LA, you can play another 5 years. Warm weather. Come on. He can move all his production, all his business opportunities out on the West Coast. He wants to. He has New England. He has the East Coast. All of that area. He has all that solidified. Go west. Go west, Brady. Go west. Go back home. He was raised in California. It's time to return home. I know how it is. Everyone wants to return home in their twilight years. It's time, Brady. And I can see you in a San Diego Charger uniform, taking the Chargers up to another level, getting into the playoffs, and dare I say, yes, getting another Super Bowl. That's right, Super Bowl. And I know you like Super Bowl rings, because at the last Super Bowl celebration, he showed off his Super Bowl rings. It's time to get another Super Bowl ring. This time, guess what? With a different team. So, what's up with Tom Brady? The future. Beetle. Football 101. Encourages Brady and his peoples and his management to go west. Go west, young man. San Diego. I've been to San Diego. I know how San Diego is. They go crazy. It's a nice city. It's right along the Pacific Ocean. You drive from LA to San Diego. It's like a flat drive. It's like a flat drive. You're driving right next to the Pacific Ocean. And San Diego, it's a nice city. It's right along the borderline of Mexico. So it's an international city. It's time to expand your horizons. Brady. Go for it, Brady. 5 more years, Brady. In the West Coast, in the sun, in the beaches. The beaches. Relax yourself. Get ready for retirement. But loving new San Diego and the San Diego new Coliseum. The football stadium is, oh man, that new football stadium is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Bring it in the right way. So yes, this is obviously my push. The second option, I push for Brady to sign with the San Diego Chargers. And it's time. It's time for something new. If he re-ups with the Patriots, it's going to be a farewell tour. The Patriots simply do not have the weapons to move to advance. Let me just be real. They simply do not have the skilled athletes and the scheme anymore to make it back to the Super Bowl. It's hard. That's reality. They just don't have it. They went as far as they could this past year, 2019, and it's time for Brady to think about Brady and his family. He's given everything to Patriot Nation, everything. So at the end of your career, You have to truly think about yourself and your family. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with Brady signing with another team and going on and further his career if he wants to. If he wants to play another 5 years. If he just want to play one more year, in with the Patriots. I understand that. I give him props on that. If he just want to play one more year, end it with the Patriots. But if he truly, like he said earlier, if he truly wants to play 5 more years, it's time to go to the new team, and the San Diego Chargers is an ideal team for him. So again, obviously, I do not know exactly. I know every fan feel like they know exactly what their player, their top player is all about. No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, I wish I knew, but no, I don't know. But if Brady wants to play just 1 year, yes, end it with the Patriots. Do your job. Da 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 da. We still here. I'm gonna root for you with the Patriots for 1 more year. It's a goodbye tour. But if you want to play five more years, go west, young man. Go west. This is the Beetle. What do you think? Do you agree? Disagree? Come on, Patriot Nation. Come on, San Diego Chargers. Come on, NFL. Give it to me. If you agree or disagree, email me at ejb8892@gmail.com. That's ejb8892@gmail.com. This is our audio and video podcast. See you, everyone. This is Football 101, and I want to thank all our sponsors. Let me just try to find where there it is. Try to find my sponsors, Podbean. Thank you, Podbean. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and of course, YouTube. YouTube. Thank you for sponsoring us, and hopefully you post us and send us an Instagram. I'm out there too. So this is Football 101. We out of here. See you, Tom. See you, Brady. See you, Patriots. Yeah, we real. It's true. It's all about you. Let's do this.